Welcome to a post-Antcon stream. It's time to build, I think. First of all, let's see what we've got to build. So we've got 2 Saturns. Got a large S4 Outworld. And 2 S1 Outworlds. It's going to take forever to put together. We'll start on the Saturns, I think. If you hear any buzzing in the background, that's the Discord still popping off from Antcon. What a weekend it's been though. It's been magic. Hey, you happy, Ant? Hey, you Anta? Oh, you're too slow, Anta. I think Happy Ant beat you. But welcome to the stream, Muty. It's time to build a lot on this. Yeah. Oh, first thing, I forgot about this. I'm really... Well, no, last time we went alright. Yes. You got to take all the wrapper off the acrylic. Normally, like... Bloody hell. We got it. Key to getting the plastic off. Start in the corners. It's like I might have got the knack. Hey, Ant Sitter. Hey, Sean. Hey, Sadie as well. Is she driving? Oh no, maybe not driving. Yeah, the British Tarantula show today, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. I hope everyone had a fab time at Antcon if you went. I certainly did. Best weekend I've had for years. Like, certainly since COVID. Yeah, but it's magic. Oh, Sadie the passenger, is she? Get her in it. Yeah, I had a wonderful time at Antcon. Like, I just can't imagine like how it could be better. But I know next year, like, they'll pull out all the stops next year, and it's going to be even better, I think. Oh, what mystery species did I get? I've got these. So here they are. Yeah. It's like I've already moved the leaf cutters into their pod and stuff. Yeah, but oh, there's the Flavus. So I got them off Ants Myrmica. These are the medium Saturns. I'm getting a load of the big Saturns, but they're getting shipped off afterwards. Oh, that's me a Strongonaphis testicus or something. Strong testicles. So please don't block me, YouTube. Here she is, the Scutellaris. Yeah. Plenty of little eggs in there. Hopefully she had a nice smooth journey. Although, like, it's the car. I think it was smoother than the Postman though. Yeah. When I got to the bumpy bits, I'd like pick up my little package and be holding it as I'm driving, with the leaf cutters on my lap. But yeah, they're all got back safe. I think I forgot. I have. Yeah, I've forgotten one of these Saturn layers. I quite like the Saturns. They're not too like once you've got the hang of putting them together as well. It's a piece of cake. It's like it's got to work through it. Yeah, I've got 3 bags of special dirt back here. This is the tropical mix for the Carabera Diversa tank. I'll show you that in a bit. But I'll do this first. We've got frogs in there now, though. And they seem to have settled in quite nice. So is everybody still in their hotels? I think I got up at about 5. Like, yeah, I just couldn't sleep without the dog, I think. And Sarah's like, yeah, I'll just shoot back now before the traffic gets bad. Even though it's Sunday, but... Yeah, it was plain sailing. Only saw one police officer with his speed camera. So I was zipping down the country. Yeah, got here back by about 8 o'clock. After 3 hours on the road. Yeah. Oh, no, we got a fiddly one here. When they're fiddly, but... Oh, no, we got him. Yeah. So I'm not going to use my drill this time, because that'd be cheating. And you shouldn't really use a drill on the acrylic because If you do the bolt up too tight, you're gonna crack that acrylic. A bee's willy on the left. Oh yeah, yeah. Now that's me big cactus. Oh, yeah, he's a bit. He looks a bit haggard, but I think he's still alive. The rest of it is. Yeah. You want to see? Yeah, no. I forgot about this. This is a skull. That's going in the Carabera Diversa. Colin, I think it's a deer because somebody's cut off the antlers. Like. Everybody wants to see a deer skull. Yeah. I think the white bits have the layer of plastic, but I only take off this one and I leave the other one on the bottom, just because well you stop you scratching the bottom. And one day you might want to just I think you can just undo the bottom and swap it over if it's like really bad and you got a nice clean bottom again. So let's get the Allen keys. Got Allen keys. Got all the bits. Let's go. How many? I'm not going to count how many bolts because then I'll multiply it by how many there are and I'll just I'll lose hope. Yeah, we don't need the base. What I do is just start off with the sides. Get a couple sides and just make sure they're all the right way. So have a look at the uniform. So I see like he won't go that way because he's jutting out the end, so he's got to go that way. So that's the bottom. And then just make sure your hole on your side panels, like make sure that's on the bottom as well. So and then yeah. So I'm not going to try and balance it. But, and then you just go in. It's pretty. Oh, that was down. It's pretty logical once you start. Once you've got the first few in, it's like there's only so many ways you can arrange all the bits, so it makes it a bit easier. Yeah, let's get him in. I'm hoping this doesn't take too long. I think I can put a Saturn together in about 20 minutes, but it's quite a lot. Although the mediums have got less bolts, so maybe 17 minutes per Saturn. So that's about half hour at least. And then the S5 Outworld, that's gonna take a long time. I think the Atta colony, maybe 100 workers and a golf ball sized bit of fungus. I'll grab them, to be fair. You can have a sneak peek. So I hear my little thank you list is falling down. There he is. Let's get the warming back up in there. Get covered. But I have turned the heater on now, so I can get away with getting them out. Yeah. Let's see if we can let's see if we can get a glimpse of the Queen. You can see her bum. It is. I can't think. There it is. At the end of my finger is her bum. Yeah, they got a nice golf ball sized bit of fungus. Managed to keep it in one piece on the way home. So I'm well excited to see how they grow. Super happy with my asses. They're like, wow. Stick that back there. I'll stick these back in there warm bit. They're only at 20 Celsius at the minute, so they need a bit more. Yeah, that's what is it? Ada Mexicana. While I was at Antcon, I got to look at Rich's Attas, and God, his setup is sick. He's got a long pipe going across the ceiling. If you didn't see, if you weren't there, it's great. Oh, that's a corner one. Some of these as well, it's worth noting. Some of the corners have 3 holes, and some have 2. So before you put like a 2-holer in a corner, like in these corners, just make sure that it's got 3 holes, basically. Hello, Ramblings. Welcome to the street. It's got to put all the Saturns together now. So well, I'm a bit hanging. But I think the energy drink I had on the way home is still kicking in. I've got another one somewhere. got back there, and my dog, oh, she was so happy to see me, you know. I was so happy to see her. We had her rolling on the floor. So I'll catch you later, Ant Sitter. Yeah, it was great meeting you all as well. It's just the best weekend ever, to be honest. Best Antcon ever. Even though it was the first one, like, best Antcon ever. First Antcon ever. Soon, I really need to sort out what is it? It's like an app or something. The StreamYard or something, so we can all chat on the stream. There's one. It's best to start, I guess, with one pane and just fully four up with 4 corners, and then do the opposite side with the 4 corner bits. Then start putting it together. Although I'd add the other bits as well, to be honest. Although this one, oh yeah, it's got some on the bottom. Maybe, yeah, 2 on the bottom. You've got two side boys on the bottom. It's a little bit different to the big one. I put the big one together, but I think this one has got quite a few less bolts, to be honest. So let's move that before I get scratched on it. So hopefully I am putting it together right as well. You never know. I'll get like to the end and it just won't fit together. Yeah, I show everybody the wrong way to make a Saturn. I guess it's just as worthwhile as the right way. Like, Oh yeah, I think Happy's still there rambling. I think he's in a hotel, he said, maybe. Or maybe they've hit the road. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. This medium, to be fair, is really easy to put together, because normally on the big ones you've got side these little joints on the side and the top as well, but you've only got them on the bottom of the medium. Although maybe no, I think it's the bottom. Could be the top. We'll see when it's all put together. This is my first medium Saturn, to be fair, putting together, so it could be totally different to the big Saturns. Should be getting a load more Saturns in a while, but I think there's no rush there, because I think Sid's got his hands full already here. He needs to recover after Antcon. So there's one side done. Let's just hammer this one up properly. So I don't think there's a certain side you have to attach the little clips on. As long as they're like all on the same side, it's all good. Come here, Alan Key. I do wish I had an electric screwdriver sometimes. But I don't know, it's not worth cracking the acrylic, to be fair. If you do it up the tiniest bit too tight, the acrylic is gonna kick you in the teeth. So you don't want to do that. It's nice and gentle. Oh. So he's still kicking about. If you went to Antcon and you're still here, then what was your best bit? Like, what's your favourite bit of Antcon? See, I haven't thought about it yet. Like, I'm still hyped out. It was amazing. Like, the whole thing was amazing. I'm not sure what my favourite little bit was yet, but I think the whole thing, it was from start to finish. It's just amazing. It's just maxing out as well. Like, from the moment I turned up, it was maximum amazing, and you can't really get more than maximum amazing. So it was just maximum. I don't really have the English to describe it. Yeah, it's great seeing Oliver and Aesthetic Ants as well. thank you for aesthetic ants as well. In the goodie bag, he included one of his mesh nests, which I need to take the sheet of the protective layer off still. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying one of those out. So our ramblings, 331 photos. Oh, I can't wait for the montage. Although some of them are bad. Get rid of that one where I look like an orc. Like, you know the one ramblings, the orc picture. just made that one disappear. No, all the naked pictures as well. We're like nearly there, to be fair, already. I think we're over halfway. Famous last words. I think once we get this pane fully locked in, we'll be halfway at least. It should be pretty fast. Oh, one more. Yep, that's all my corners done, I think. Although I dropped one, so I must have had an extra one. What did I drop? Oh, there was a corner boy. Yeah, maybe he's a spare. Maybe I've missed one. No, I think he's a spare. Last little block. Right. Should have a video out soon as well of like moving all the new ants in, because yeah, there's so many. I think I got 5 new species now. Well, not more than 5 new species to be fair. We've got Scutularis, then we've got 2 in the Strongonaphis and a Tetramorium queen in the same tube, because the Strongonaphis is parasitic. Got the Flavus, which I can't wait to see how they grow after my last colony kind of smashed into a wall. Still good, but yeah, they're going to take some time to recover, I think. I'm just going to stick them in a Gen 3 small gypsum nest, so fingers crossed they pick it up. And with this one, I tell you, this is the back plate with the holes for the little pillars, and then you can stick. I think you're supposed to have the holes. I think they're meant to go on the furthest side, but I'm guessing you should be able to build it perfectly fine the other way as well with your little hole on the back side. But it's up to you. I'm guessing on that piece. Let's stick a side on. What I like to do is build like both the corners, like 2 right angles, and then just stick them together. I see where he wasn't a spare. He goes on the side. That one. There's another one. So yeah, there he is. Beautiful. I can't wait. I've got so many Venuses coming. I'm gonna have a whole cupboard full of Venuses, and like once you go Venus, you definitely you don't go back. They're too easy. And then you add a little bit of substrate like this one, and they're just like beautiful. We've got Phodoleinsis in that one. Yeah, they're doing great. I think they've been in there since the Saturn was released, so at least a couple months. And the water, like I haven't had to do anything. The water in the test tubes, perfectly fine still. Yeah, I highly recommend the Saturns. If you get one, code Antimaz, check out 10% off. Yes. Also got a code for Ryan's shop at antscapes.co.uk now as well. That's also antimatters, no spaces, for 10% off. One of the best bits is it had all my favourite shops for everything. Like you got Ryan for all the his dirt nerd, like had him there. had Sid with his nests, and yeah, and then yeah, Rich with all the ants, and it was spot on. The perfect combo of people all together in the same room to put on the perfect Antcon, to be honest. Do him up. Yeah, I forgot to add. You have two little corners on the sides as well. Just double check I've got him all the right way up. Yep, holes line up. So he is all the right way. There's one half. Stick another one together. So that one like that. And this one like that. That's all it. It's just it's probably worth mentioning that, like, make sure you've got the holes in the right place again, like these. But yeah, one it will be far away, and the other one it will be close, because yeah, one's the back and one's the front if you make it like this. This is the front panel, I believe. Yeah. Do this bad boy up. So shout out to everyone as well that came from really far away. Like is it Nell and Rich? They came from Ireland and stuff. Yes. Oliver and Aesthetic Ants came from over on the continent. So yeah, thanks for coming like so far for Antcon, and I think everybody coming together made it just so amazing. And thanks as well to all the little people at Ant Antics too, like Sam. Yeah, because I swear, like, poor Sam at Ant Antics, he must have walked up and down the stairs like 100 times, and he was on his feet all day sorting everybody out, like spot on, and he was great. Yeah, he worked his arse off yesterday. So I think you gotta keep it there, Rich. Like, if you hear this, and get the sides up. Try not to rub it into the bolts and get scratches on it. I want scratches. That is quite resilient. I'm covering it in fingerprints, but yeah, they don't scratch too easy. Yeah, I wonder that. Let's do one on each corner quick, get them all secured. Then it's just a case of putting in the rest of the bolts. So how many have we got left? About 12 more bolts, I think, to put in. Yeah. Let's get them all in. Let's get to work. So I got your tank back as well, Safely Ramblings, if you're still about. Yeah, he's all safe in the porch. I'll give it some water in a bit as well, because we don't want a moss to die. Well, the amazing plants, the Amazonian fighting tree. It's not every day you see an Amazonian fighting tree. They're really one of a kind plants, they are. Yeah, they don't live very long, but yeah, hopefully the Amazon fighting tree will still be alive by the time I get it to you, but so I wouldn't count on it. So when I made my little moss tree, I kind of moss sacrifice. Bam. In fact, I said we had 12 bolts left. We've got a few more because we've got the lid and the side bars. But we're past the worst now. The Saturn medium, as opposed to the larger Saturn, the lid is, you can offset it, so you can have the lid either further forward or further back, whatever you want really. But the medium, you can't go wrong. It's like equidistance from all the corners, so yeah, just stick them on. If it sits, it fits. So how long have I been? Oh my god, 25 minutes. And I haven't finished the first one yet. There's another 5 more. Oh, this is why people have kids. So you got child labour. Like, yeah, you bribe them with a few chocolate bars. Oh yeah, I'll give you a 4-pack of Snickers if you put together a Venus for me. That'll work. Maybe not Snickers, to be honest. I know I love a Snickers, but a lot of people don't like Snickers. Mars bars have kind of slipped in the past few years. They're kind of tiny now, about the size of your finger. In one mouthful and it's gone. But shrinkflation. Ugh. One more bolt on the lid. If you didn't go to Antcon and you got any questions about Antcon, fire away. Like, if you're curious as to what went on, well, maybe I'll just like spill the whole beans. It's like it started on a Friday afternoon. Personally, after travelling, I think it was about 160 miles or something, turned up at Antcon at about 8 o'clock. I met up with Ramblins straight off the. As soon as I got there, he was in the bar at the hotel, and then we met Nell as well in the pub at the hotel, the Boar's Head, and then we all missioned out, I think, to the Weatherspoons. And then it got then it went mental on the Friday. It was a bloody good night though. I think we got back about 3 or 4 after doing a bit of karaoke. I'm not going to say too much what went on. The Friday night is a private night, except so maybe it was Hood putting all the pictures up. I swear Hood, he's the one that's like, you can't you can't put any videos up for the Friday night. Like, no one's allowed to know know how much I drink and stuff. And yeah, he's the one that was putting up pictures on the Friday night. I swear. Yeah, the Friday night was a banger. I think certain people, I'm not going to say any names, but they begin with S, went a bit too hard on a Friday, but well, not a bit too hard, like, you can't go too hard, it just had repercussions the next day. And yeah, Saturday morning, woke up bright and early, had the old breakfast at the hotel, then straight over to Antcon. I know, I had to put another few hours on the parking ticket as well. Not parking ticket, the pay and display boy did that. When I went to put the ticket on the car as well, I realised I'd left the lights on, so the car was flat. That was a bit of a, not a panic, it's kind of like, I'll figure out something to fix it, but yeah, that was a bit of a, not a bummer, just a bit of a pain in the bum. Yeah. But yeah, managed to, Dave helped him out on that, and managed to get the battery, or the engine going again. Then I had to sit in it for a while, getting the old girl charged up again. Thank God I went to the car this morning, turned the key, and he started just fine, which was a massive relief. Although I think my battery's probably like, it's probably past its best days now because I keep leaving the lights on. It's them middle lights though. They're not full beams, like the dipped beams or whatever. Always making me battery go flat. It's nothing to do with me leaving them on, of course. We're nearly there now, we're flying. Once you get to the last bit, it's like plain sailing when you can like push down on the bolts nicely. Just got to put in the pillars and put the lid together, and job's a good one. One more on the base. So I've made sure as well I left my plastic coated side on the outside. I just leave it on just for protection. You can take it off there. To be fair, I don't think it really makes much difference at all, leaving the plastic on the bottom. But I just do it. So let's get the pillars in. Got to make sure you got the right pillar as well. Like you want the screw hole at the lowest side should be wait, if you put it if you put this one, let's say, over this side, it's not going to work. So yeah, there's only one way it goes together, so you can't really go too wrong. Get in there, girl. When I came back as well, it was amazing. I got to see my dog, and like, I haven't been away from my dog. She's free, but like, I never spent a day away from my dog. A few hours maybe, like in A&E and stuff. But yeah, never spent a few days away from my dog. But yeah, she was getting she had a girls' night for a few days. Oh, I was happy to see her, and she was happy to see me. And then I have a look at all the horses because I'm on a horse yard, and there's a little new baby as well from my favourite horse, and it's cutest little foal ever. It's just like, yeah, it's been a perfect weekend to be fair. I'm not too hanging, and then got tomorrow off as well, so I'll have a good sleep tonight. Get in there, pillar. Pillars are difficult. I'm gonna say, although I've put them all together like this, put pillars in before you put the lid on. You haven't got, like in the Saturn, you've got a little bit more room to kind of get your arm in to get everything going. But the mediums, like, well, to be fair, a lot of people don't have giant hands, so you'll probably be fine. I'm just gonna wiggle this over the edge so I can. How am I gonna do this? It's like it'll be back in a second. It'll all be working. Yeah, definitely put the pillars on before you put the lid on. It's a lot easier. There he is. We've got one in. And then get in there, Bolt. Try to get into the hole. So start threading. There we go. We're in. Cooking on gas. Oh, yeah. So I wonder if the world's ended as well and stuff. I haven't really given a care in the world to the to what's happening in the world for the past few days. Fingers crossed Ukraine is still standing. Oh, what was the mystery species? Oh, hey, Elijah as well, and Crowseed. The mystery species was, there was Camponotus, well, the feds. It looks like a German word, like Federschmillerbeer or something, yeah. Yeah, Camponotus feds, and Nicobarensis as well, Camponotus nicobarensis as a mystery species, and the Cremagastus scutularis. And yeah, I was thinking about the Nicos, but they grow big. Everyone's been like, yeah, once they kick off, and it's like, I haven't got the room, so I was like, no, I get the small little colony. And I got the scutularis, yeah, after seeing as well, there was like a room full of ants at Antcon if you didn't go. So you could have a look at them all, and yeah, I saw so I think it was Rich's colony of scutularis and a little medium Saturn, and they seemed to just fit nicely inside of the Saturn, so I got them. Yeah, I'll show you, Lige. Yeah, yeah. Well, what ant did you get, Lige? You get the Nicos or the Feds? I think the Feds were quite popular. Yeah. Hood Stream as well. Did anybody think Hood Stream was amazingly like stable? Or something like the video was spot on. He's quite good at holding the camera out, like. Yeah. I just noticed it. It's all like, yeah. I quite enjoyed little like streams. I didn't watch any, but I did see him making them, and yeah. And I have like watched a few since I've been back, like just catching up on what's going on, making sure there's no dodgy images about of the Friday night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, priestess. Nice. And the dye colour, and is it camper notice dye colour, or yeah. And the scuts. Yeah. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing everybody's little nests, and maybe even if you don't make videos yet, like, and you got a mystery species, just let everybody know how your mystery species is getting on, because so I think it'll be quite interesting to see how everybody's gets on, like, and we can all help each other out because a lot of us have all got the same species. So if anything goes wrong, there's a nice bunch of people, and well, I guess you can hop on the Antcon chat and have a chat with them all. No way! I did not know the Cremagasta scutularis were kind of native to the UK. I've never seen them either. And I've never seen acorn ants. A lot of people, it's like, oh yeah, I found some acorn ants in the woods, and it's like, well, where? Well, I know Ramblings, his was a bit of an accident. Like, he didn't go out meaning to get acorn ants. I think he told me he got a stick and they were in it. So oh, they're invasive, are they? So if you see any Scutularis colonies in the UK, feel free to dig them up. Dig them up, put them in a tub, and keep them for yourself. Or release some Lassia Sniger nearby, and they'll clear them out. So what's this? We've just got to do the lid now. That's the first one done. So a little trick as well while I'm here, before I forget and I move on to the next thing. Where's the tubes? Here's the tubes. Because my Scutularis came in a tube that's too small for the Venus, but what you can do, so you get your normal tube and you get your little tube. Jobs are good, and like, ta-da! I can now put my Cremagasta scutularis queen straight into the Mercury. Oh, what did I get? I got the Flavus of Ants Myrmica, got the Strongonaphis testicus, and Tetramorium cespitum, or not cess. I always call it cespitum. It's chiaspitum. They're like together, and the Scutularis, then the Atters and the Dives as well. I've stuck the Dives in their little place. To be fair, the room's warmed up now. I can swap out the Yeansis for the Polyrhacus Dives, and we might be able to spot them coming out for the first time. Sit you back in the cupboard. How the leaves started doing, got the warming up. I did make one massive mistake before I went there. Before I went, I fed every single roach I've got to me Tetramorium bicarinum, and I've just turned up and they've eaten everything. And when they get hungry, they just start butchering the queens as well, because they're like, no, we don't need you now. We haven't got any protein to make more eggs, so you're just a piece of junk, basically. Like, they're useless when they've got no protein, the queens. So yeah, they're doing a bit of regicide at the minute, Tetramorium bicarinum, as usual. They love a bit of regicide. But I fed them every cockroach, so I've got none left now. So I think in a bit, pet shop shut, so I'm gonna have to go down Sainsbury's. So I'm gonna get a bit of chicken or something. Yeah, a little tray of chicken maybe. Feed them that. I've got something about somewhere that I can feed them. So I might have some pate, to be fair. They don't mind pate sometimes. I wouldn't like use pate regularly, but there's a one-off, like just to fill in a day. A bit of pate, why not? Not that they like it that much, they're not the biggest fans of pate. I think there's too much fat in it, so not enough protein. But it's good on crackers. Talking of food, I don't think I've eaten anything yet today. I just feel like my stomach was just like, food? Worry about that later. I've got Venuses to make. Reconnected, lovely. Sorry about that. My phone was like, oh, I've got an update. Like, I want to install it. System make. Reconnected, lovely. Sorry about that. Oh my god, what I oh my god, what I my phone was like, oh, I've got. One sec, we're gonna have an echo. Phone was like, oh, I've got. One sec, we're gonna have an echo. Oh, I haven't got the thing in the wrong way. Don't worry about face reveal now. You all saw it there. Flip the old girl there. I've got YouTube running somewhere in the background. There it is. Yeah, we should be good now. We should be good. Yeah, we shouldn't have an echo now. Lovely. Just got to put a lid together on this one. What I might do is stick the... I'll stick the Scutellaris into this one. I think soon I'm going to go on Wakushi's site as well and just buy maybe a bag of each substrate. Oh, we've got a Polyracus diadem. Smiles out. It's not much to see as I'm putting the lid on. Let's get the light in it. It's that first little time kind of adventuring. You see her down here? Beautiful golden bums. So they look quite like the Illudata, but they're a little bit smaller, I think. And I was really happy with how the Illudata looks. It's just a real shame the Queen died. The day after the Queen died, Worker dropped as well. And yeah, there was something going on there. Like something had gone terribly wrong at some point. But you'd expect the Workers, they normally drop off before the Queen, yeah. Like the Queens are normally the hardiest ones. She dropped, and then the Workers followed suit. It's a bit savage as well because there was like eggs and larvae left, so it's like nobody look after them. And yeah, I don't think I could give them to the dives. And I think they've probably kind of died by now. The remaining eggs. Where's one of the girls? Oh, she's down there on the water drinking. I can't wait to see them actually like walking around. When I had the Illudata, I think like Workers came out to wait about 3 or 4 weeks before the Workers would even go in the Outworld. They were too scared, but we've got a good head start here. Oh, ants of Sydney. Welcome to the stream. You got some cool ants over in Australia. Yeah. And meat ants as well. There's some like other really cool Polyracus as well. Been looking on Ant Lady's site and yeah, she had quite a few good ones the other day. Yeah, the little Venus. One thing before I forget, I nearly forgot then. So he's all made, and it's like no. Gotta put the plugs in. If you don't put your plugs in, you're gonna they're all gonna run off. Beautiful. And I got a spare screw, which so that's all right. I don't think I've missed a screw. I think you just get extra screw, just in case. Better safe than sorry. Now double check. Yeah, we got every hole filled. Lovely. So that nest is complete. I do like the Mamicia. Do you have Venators in Sydney as well? The what is it? H Venators. What we call them, yeah. Hopefully as well, I've just set the chat up, so fingers crossed it keeps showing me the chat. What happens is you send a message and then I get around to spotting it, and then it immediately disappears because I'm a bit slow. Let's get some light here. I haven't left any eggs there. Yep, I think we're all good. And I've got my tube in a tube so it fits. So actually I'll stick, before I put them in, I'm going to give them a little rub down with a clean. Get all these fingerprints from the inside out. I'm really looking forward to the Polyracus though, because I've got about 25 Workers as well. And with the Illudata, it was like real fun bringing her up from just a queen. But well, unfortunately she died. I was really looking forward to once they got going, but it's kind of where the last queen left off. This new queen is just starting, so I don't think I've missed too much of the journey. And kind of found in an ant is, it's not the same for every ant, but it is pretty similar. Though every ant, like every queen is their own unique little queen. They do their own little things. It'd be quite cool to see what this queen's like. The Yellow Darter queen, she was lovely. Like the length she went to look after her babies, like it was just like heartwarming that. And she'd be there, the little workers would be in there, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're not leaving because we're scared." Like, so the queen, she'd go out, fetch all the food and the water and the sugar, and bring it back to them. Like, "Here you are, little ones." Her kind of duty of care didn't end when they hatched. She kept going. Like, that was quite nice to see. Like some ants, once the workers are there, it's like, "Yep, bye. I'm just gonna go do what I want to do, lay some eggs and bring me food, servants." She seemed pretty down to earth, that queen. So what I'm going to use is the tool. When you get a Venus, you get one of these little tools, and he pops onto your tube. Makes it a little bit easier to get your hand in when you got fat hands. And it's in. Lovely. We now have one colony of Scutellaris in a Venus. I should really look up whether she's fully claustral. I believe she is. By the looks of it, I'd say the Cremagasta Scutellaris are fully claustral. She's got quite a bit of meat on her. But I'll offer her some food anyway, but I should check though, just in case I need to offer her a bit more food. That's the first one done with ants. Stick that one there. Now to the next one. I've been streaming 45 minutes and I've made one Saturn. And I've got another one left and some more bits as well. I'm just going to speed through this one. Fingers crossed. Let's get him in a better spot. There we are. If you want to see any ants as well, like got anything in mind, just let me know and I'll get the camera or move them over or something. Yeah. Oh, what's that species? Is it Myrmecia forifata? That sounds like a cool species. I've not heard of them before. Oh yeah, we've got lots of outworlds here. Lots of outworlds. For most of it, it's like the S5 giant outworld. That's for the Tetramorium bicarinatum. They're also getting a Saturn XL as well as a outworld. But I've decided, like, well, actually, I've got. Well, really, just got one. Crack them open. Make a little pile. Yep. One Gen 3. Oh, that's a small. 2 Gen 3 gypsum mediums. I've got quite a. Here's a big expansion for the Tetramorium bicarinatum, but it'll be their last expansion. In nest, anyway. So I'm happy to expand their outworld, but I'm going to have to call it kind of last orders, if you get what I mean. Like you can't have any more nests after this because you're big enough. And I could keep growing them, but I guess it's all right just growing your colony uncontrollably, but anybody can do that. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of like riding a horse. Anyone can sit on a horse and someone else can whack that horse on the backside and it'll just run off with you. Yeah, it's all right, I guess. Like, as long as you don't get hurt. But anyone can do it. Whereas putting your colony on a diet and stuff, controlling the population, it's like part of the challenge of ant keeping. Making sure they don't get out of control. Yeah, they've got. I might give them 4 meds. I might give them 5. Also got a here it is. It's a prototype. I've got to see. Yeah, Wakushi was super kind, and he was handing out some of his prototypes, and I saw this one, and it's like it would just fit on the heat map perfect, and it's like a prototype, but it's got 2 ends, so you can like run it through it, which was awesome. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the drier surfaces. I found the pupae and the larvae. Oh no, the eggs and larvae, they love the moisture, but I have noticed sometimes they'll take the pupae and put them into the drier areas. And yeah, we'll see what they do with that. But it is a prototype, so you can't get it. But yeah, those Sid will make something even more amazing next. Like, yeah, I'll stick them over here. And back to the Saturn. Oh yeah, if you got Bicarianatum at your school, just like keep an eye out for a queen. Or even just start collecting the workers. Like, if you collect a load of workers and then eventually find a queen, just chuck them in. It's my favourite bit about the Tetramore and Bicarianatum. They don't really care where they came from. They all just get along and, yeah, jobs are good. And oh, someone's at the door, one sec. Oh, Penny did it. That's looking after Penny. Watch out, it's live stream. That's nothing. Won't worry about you. She's a good girl. You're a good girl, aren't you, Penny? Yeah. Penny's my dog, by the way. She's the best dog in the world. Well, to me, everybody's dog is the best dog in the world to them. So. But Penny, oh, she's a Chihuahua, but you've never heard her. She's a good Chihuahua. Get these. Start off by getting the plastic off again. I'm gonna have such a massive pile of this protective plastic soon. Yeah. I wish I had Tetramore and Bicarianatum at my school. Just like, go round looking. They breed like crazy as well, so there'll be a lot of them, especially in a school. Because I'm guessing like you got a lunch hall, that'd be full of like lovely bits of protein and sugar, and they don't need much. Have I taken that piece off? Am I being a silly Billy? Of course. I am as well. Yeah, they are. I do like the Tetramore and Bicarianatum's way of doing things. They're like, oh yeah, you got your elites or whatever. I figure they're kind of the resource hogs. They're your billionaires. And yeah, but what, if there's like not enough resources, first one they yeah, first one's head they chop off is the billionaires. It seems a pretty effective method of maintaining their population and stuff as well. In fact, it's quite a good reflection of the real world because like people have all these kids, but the only people getting paid for them having all these kids are the billionaires. They're going to make more billions of them when they're grown up. So yeah, I'll stop ranting about billionaires. Not that I got a thing against billionaires. I just think if I had a billion, I'd just start dumping it everywhere. You'd be like, oh yeah, school needs a new shed or something. Bam, have the best shed you've ever had. I don't know, little things like that. With £1 billion, you could spend the rest of your life just walking around the world like, oh, this person here could do with this little thing here, like, oh, his like chisels are blunt. Let's get him a whetstone. Like little things. You give everybody a little thing. Imagine if you had $8 billion like dollars or something, you could give everyone in the world $1. And if you gave everybody the right thing for $1, you could like seriously improve the world. Oh, safe travels, ramblings. Oh yeah, you could bathe in Memesia Queens if you're a billionaire. I think Ant's Canada, he's got some ant house or something. He's just basically built a house, but he's it's about the ants, but but I won't rant about that. But yeah, I'd have an ant mansion. Imagine it'd be like, oh, here's the Atta room, and yeah, we'll just go over to the I don't know, Tetramorium room, and this is the Lasius room with about 40 different species of each. And do education, I guess, all day. To be fair, it's like quite fulfilling ending. Oh, education, like Money, it's not fulfilling. Money fills your pocket, but it don't fill you up. Like. Yeah. Get some screws on the go though. I think we've got all the plastic on. I'm just gonna like smash this one out. Hopefully you can see it on screen, but I'm just gonna speed run. Because the last one took 45 minutes. And I know I can do it in about 20. Bum, 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 bum. Anyone's got a video of the old the auction as well. Oh yeah, money can buy happiness if you're buying ants. Or if you get Amsterdam. Say no more. Yeah, I wouldn't mind $1 billion to be fair. But I'd spend it all. That's what you should do with $1 billion, I guess. There's no point having £1 billion in the bank because it's like, why you got it there for? What you gotta do with it? Why are you hogging it all? God, imagine how many ants you get for that. So you got $1 billion, I swear, like, that's 1,000 million. At least. Well, there should be a million, but. Yeah. Yeah, 1,000 million. No, there's $1 billion. I don't know. There's like different billions nowadays. You've got a US billion, which is different to like a European billion, and it's like. What I think they should do is like 10 to the 6, that's the million. 10 to the 9, I guess, is the billion, yeah. And 10 to the 12 is trillion, yeah. Probably isn't like that. Trying to figure out in my head how many Atta Queens you could get for for £1 billion. You probably buy the whole of like Patagonia or something, wherever they come from. Yeah. But I've just got this massive ant colonies in my backyard. It's the size of a country. Yeah, we use pounds because you get more. Yeah. But I bet you can be a billionaire in like Japan and probably still poor. I swear is it the yen or something? Something like that, but the yen is China, I think. Whatever they have in Japan though, it's like, oh yeah, 60,000 of them for like a Kit Kat. Oh yeah, imagine leaf cutter, like fungus the size of a house. Have rooms with perspex doors, and it's like, yep, I shut this room off and let the ants go, and they filled it. One panel there. That's the side panel. That's the lid. Where that is, holy moly. So you know who else would be a billionaire if I was a billionaire, I guess? Antantics. Oh god, I know the first thing I'd do if I won the lottery is I'd know I'd cruise up there, I guess. Be able to do what you want for a while because you'd be stinking rich. I'd buy every single tube of Tetramorin by Caranatum from every single shop in the country. And then just chuck them in a massive nest. And then I'd expand the Tetramorin by Caranatum like there was no tomorrow. Oh yeah, well Kushi will be a billionaire. Yeah, Rich and Sid would have 500 million each. Yeah. And nobody would be able to get a leaf cutter pod for months. Because I ordered about 400 of them or something. God, this is the dream. I think as well, if you had that much money, it'd be like, oh no, I'm just going to go over to the country, like study them for a bit, see which ones I like. And then like wait for the nuptials. Have a holiday in the Maldives or something. And, yeah, catch a queen, come home. Then you got your private jet, so you don't have to worry about customs. Just stick it in the side. Just bring it in. The one ant I wouldn't have, even if I was a billionaire as well. Solenopsis geminata. You would have to be mad, like, to get them. Could. They'll sting you, they'll bite you, they'll mob you, and they'll eat your cat. Though, to be fair, if you were a billionaire, you could afford to have a room just for one colony of fire ants. You'd be like, yep, there's 2 million of them or something. But they've got room. You'd have to figure out some way of, I don't know, acoustic levitation or something, and then just acoustically levitate every ant off the bottom so you can clean it or something. Yeah, I could just hire Hood to keep me fire ants. That's a good idea. Give him $1 million or something. They'd be like, yeah, I don't know, 50,000 a year maybe. That seems fair. How long will that last? Yeah. Got at least 20 years there. Something. Yeah. Get a few colonies. Although I think what most people would do if they became a millionaire is probably all become alcoholics. Like why not? That's the problem with being rich, though, I guess. Like why wouldn't I do this thing that would normally be really, I don't know, what's the disruptive to life when if I don't have to go to work. You never have to go to bed. You go to bed whenever you want if you're a billionaire. Don't have to get up for an alarm. Unless it's the fire alarm. Because your mansion's on fire, but... As well, you could have like 1 billion strong ant colonies and stuff. Possible, I think, with Tetramore by Darren Atom. If you had a whole state or something. Yeah, we got the all the little notches on this little Venus now. Start plugging in the sides. It's going a bit faster, I think, than the last one. And as I learned last time, I'm going to put the pillars on before I put the lid on. Because getting the pillars on when it's inside was a bit fiddly. I want fiddly once you get the first bolt in, but getting the first bolt in was... I like this one. Maybe me Allen key's like worn in nicely now. I've warmed the Allen key up. I think what we'll do with this one is where we'll stick the... I don't know, actually, what have I got kicking about? Oh no, I was going to say, might put them in a Venus Mini, but I've got my Campanotus Crurentatus, I think. I think they're the ones I've got. Should really know, but I don't, to be honest. They're not Maculatus. I think they are Crurentatus. In the Venus Mini. So many Campos, though. It's like Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. What I'll do this time is try a little... No, I'm not going to try it different, actually. My way works. This is the back, so I want the hole to be far away, so they're not wonky. But, like, putting a Saturn together, like, as long as you make sure you've got them all in the right way up, like, that's the biggest thing you need to keep an eye on. But even if you get it wrong, like, you'll get to the end and it'll be like, why is this one upside down or something? Just undo it, stick it back on the right way. Yeah. Got in there, screw. So yeah, just make sure they're all the right way up and you're good to go. Plain sailing, there he is. Oh, what did I get from Antcon? I've got the Atom Mexicana, the leaf cutters, Polyrachus dives, a 2 queen and 25 worker colony. They're in the background at the minute, just tucked away. Oh, it's a bit dark over there, so you can't really see them. I'm hoping they like mango jelly, the Polyrachus dives, because they've got a mango jelly cup at the minute. I thought I'd spoil them, and I always wanted to use the little jelly cup holder I've got in the Weaver Outworld. Yeah, and what else did I get? Got some Flavus, got some parasitic Strongonaphis and a Tetramorium Chispitum queen, and the Cremagasta Scutularis. Yeah. To be fair, I thought I'll be a good boy and I'll only get Well, originally I planned on getting 3 species, but then the Polybrachyus eludata died, so I got some dives as well and just chucked them in my massive pile of orders. And yeah, I managed to got given some flavus by Ants Myrmica. I'm really happy with them as well. They seem really healthy, and they've got a good few workers. And he's brought them up from since they're a queen, which is quite nice. And it's quite nice taking on someone's like queens, especially as an ant keeper, because you know that like all the work and stuff you put in, like founding a queen, it's not much like work as such, but it is a lot of like technique. I say it takes effort. You've got to not do things and stuff. You've got to not annoy them, and to get them going quite well after the first season. Like there's quite a few workers in their little colony, maybe like 10 even, and that's impressive, isn't it? Yeah, I'm guessing the Campos love a bit of the heat. Yeah. I think the mystery species that the feds or something, apparently they love the heat. So I might put my Camponotus on the warmer shelf, to be honest. Something like that. Although my whole little heat chamber should be pretty even temperature. Well, when the door's shut. That's a good point. I need to shut the door on my little hot box. Keep it heating. It's quite nice coming back and all my ants were like all good after being left for 3 days. Except for the poor queens that are getting regicided by the Tetramorin bicarinatum, but they just love killing queens. And to be fair, I think they only kill the weak ones normally, so they just kind of make themselves stronger by a bit of pruning. So, the chat's keeping on going anymore. Oh yeah, I got more ants, Macaulay. Yeah, we got more. Few more. Yeah, you have to pop around and come and have a look at them soon. Especially the leaf cutters. You can't beat them. And they grow fungus. No. They've got like a little mushroom that they're growing, and then they eat it. Like, you're gonna love them, Macaulay. And the queen is massive. Like the Atta queen. Like the Carabera diversa queen, she was big at about 2.5 centimeters, but it was like, yeah, you're a meaty girl, but it didn't blow me away. But looking at that Atta queen, it's like, whoa, you're banging on the limits of nature there. Like, much bigger, and they'd start running into problems of like, I can't breathe and things like that. I think they are about the limit of how big you can like reasonably get an ant before you start kind of running into problems though. Amazing, massive. She's all tucked away in a fungus though now. There's got loads of other ones too. Yeah. Plenty of nests. If you're really lucky, Macaulay, have a spare nest as well. You should get some. Sorted pillars in before this time. This Saturn's going a bit faster. What's the time now? Oh yeah, 8 minutes past. We're doing quite well. Loving it. So, good boy. Oh no, I've done something here. I've done something wrong. Have I? Yes, I have. This is what I mean by make sure you get it all the right way up. This hole here should be down here. How many bolts is he holding by? Only 2 at the minute. Yeah, I'll swap that now. If I do it all up, I've got to undo 4 bolts instead of 2. Yeah. But then there's the bottom. How have I done this? Yeah. So this one, yeah, we're swapping. You probably will end up like putting a panel on in the wrong order or something if you're anything like me. It just happens though. I can't use the excuse now that this is the first Saturn medium I've put together because it's the second one now. It's that one in the background. Yeah, he's got to go. Okay, check on the old chat. Yeah, that's it. Founding a queen, like, it takes time and patience, and it's like, even though patience is free, like, it still takes work. And even like, you're not doing anything, I guess, for patience, but not doing anything is the hardest bit, especially when it's like your only colony as well. That's why I think a lot of like experienced keepers, it's like, oh yeah, I can keep all these ants, but a lot of the reason you can, like, the more ants you have, the better you seem to get found in the queens. And I don't think it's anything to do with skill, because you don't have to put anything into them. Like, you just got to make sure they're not starving to death. I think it's just the fact you got other. Oh my god, what have I done now? Oh man, I put it on the wrong way. So I've got to flip it again. Oh, special boy. Yeah, I think like when you've got loads of colonies, it's a lot easier to found, and you'll be a lot more successful because you can just go look at your other colonies, like, which does make a massive difference. But when you've only got one colony of Mesa barbarus and you're founding her and you're looking at her every few days, then it normally doesn't end up to like, it's not normally a happy ending. Well, it'll probably be a happy ending in the end. It's gonna take you a long time. But I think Messers as well, like, I don't know. I don't like, when I was founding mine, I never did anything special really, and I ignored them, but I didn't ignore them at the same time. Like, I annoyed them every week, to be honest. I did my first colony, I think. Oh yeah, the first messes I had actually came with about 10 workers, I think. So I didn't have to found the first queen, and while I had her, I managed to get 199 queen off I think it was British Ants or something. And yeah, found it there, and I think to be honest, I just looked at the other one instead of her. It turned up one day and it's the little workers have arrived. Like, job's good. But it's quite interesting, that colony. Now Ramblings has the colony I founded from the start, but I believe they're kind of, she must have tried and failed a few times at founding, because we've got a late. Like, there's a lates in their colony already, and yeah, she only founded what is it? Well, to be fair, it was about a year ago, but we've had a late since about Christmas time. So after about 6 months, she started producing the lates, which kind of makes me think that like she's not one. She's probably like 2 or 3 years old and has just failed many times at founding. But I think that happens, and I guess if you're a shop and it's like, now these ones aren't growing, then stick them on sale. Maybe someone else will have some luck. I'm quite looking forward to seeing like Ramblings. They're in an Ants HQ Myrmico nest, the messes that he's got, and I think they're gonna pour out that nest because they filled it months ago. Like, they were ready for an upgrade at least like 2 months ago, but it was like, no, I'm just gonna leave them in it. Like, and they've like really packed it out now. If the lid isn't like 100% like squashed like down, they're coming out. So yeah, they definitely have filled it up. And I think they're gonna pour out of that nest. He's got a little like dirt set up for them. It's kind of, yeah, and it's like really nice because they can dig their own tunnels, and I think they're gonna pour out that nest into their new nest in no time at all. And the thing with messers as well, they like to huddle up, like not just when it's too dry. They just generally like to huddle up. So you end up thinking like, oh, we've got maybe 200 here, and then when it actually comes time to move, it's like there's 400 ants pouring out of your nest, and I believe there could be like as many as I'd say at least 800 in his colony. They fully packed it out. They had their seed chamber, but they'd started filling the seed chamber too, I think, with workers, because they just kept bringing out more seeds. Like, we've got no room for them down here anymore. Like, we're just gonna have to start storing them on the top, like on the surface. Lovely. There's all the sides done and the pillars in before I put the lid on. And that was a hell of a lot easier to get the pillars in before I put the lid on. So I'll just add that. Oh, fancy. This must be, I'm not sure, it might be the surprise nest. I've just realised it's got a transparent bottom. So it's not really going to make much difference once I put substrate in it, but yeah, nice bit of variety. To be fair, you might get some nice views like through the clear base if you hang it off the edge of a table or something and look up. God, it's a lovely day outside as well now. Like driving down in Wales, yeah, it was raining in Wales as I was setting off. And then got about 30 miles down the road and the rain eased off, but it was cloudy, like, you could tell it was a bit overcast up there. Then smashed it down to Bristol. Bristol was still a bit, like, cloudy and muggy. And then hit, like, Devon, and bam, blue skies. Yeah, it's lovely. So, the missing messages, yep. Oh yeah, shine the light up through the bottom, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think of that. It's quite nice backlighting the ants as well. That's one thing I found with the Ants HQ Myrmico nest. It has lights built in. So when you turned them in, it did kind of give you a really good view with the camera of the ants. Like backlighting the ants, it's surprisingly, like, it looks quite good. And you'd think, nah, you'll just see too much light, but nah, you can never have too much light. This one is flying. What's the time now? Oh yeah, 17 past. I think we're on like 20 minutes. We'll have this one done in 25. Yeah, I got one of these. I bought one, but I got the gold ticket for Antcon, so managed to get the swag bag and was like, oh, I was very happy when I looked in and I saw a Mercury and it was like, yeah, oh no, not Mercury, a Venus. Not Venus, a Saturn. I'll get there. Yeah, that was a nice surprise, that. Oh, in the right place. And got the limited edition Venus. If anybody wants to see the limited edition Venus nest, yeah, let me know. So I've got it sitting right next to me, but it's like limited edition. Probably worth millions. There they are. So I'll bring him out. So I think he's got instead of using like your flat white PLAs, I'm guessing it's still PLA, but it's like Saturn. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but it's got like, it's nice and, yeah, there we are. Bit of a shine on him. It looks really nice under the camera, to be honest. Antcon 2022 on the end. Yeah, so I like this though. It's nice. Yeah, tidy. I do love I love the Venus. Is that the Venus? Yeah. Soon I'm gonna have to start like, this is a Venus, this is a Saturn. Mercury, I've got Mercury somewhere. Yeah. I did have me Flabbus in the Mercury and they're doing really good in there, and then I was like, I'm moving you out, and then they did really bad and managed to kill every worker. So like the key, if you've got something in a Venus, just keep it in there. Ah yeah, silk PLA. Yeah, that makes sense. It does have that silkiness to it, like that sheen. It's nice. Yeah. That makes a change from the like Wakushi's white. Have I done everything right here? Hopefully. bolt. There we are. Yeah, the stronger Nathis will go in this one. Yeah. Normally I'd say like, oh, I don't want to move them out the tube, but that's the joy of the Saturn. You don't have to actually move them out of the tube. Like they can stay in their tube and you don't even have to get them out of it. Well, if it's the right size tube. So I don't really know how big the stronger Nathis. Well, I know they'll have a few hundred workers, but the Kaispitum, I think they're quite fast growers and then make quite big colonies. Although they're small ants, so they don't take up much space, which is really nice. That's the main reason I picked the Cremagaster Scutularis though, because they don't take much space and they're cute. I see a lot of people like they're what is it, camera friendly, I guess, ants. Like they got pretty colours, and once you get a macro lens on them and you're all zoomed in, they're just really good ants. So if anyone's on, like, I think it's like Reddit, and then the ant keeping Reddit as well. There's a guy there called Infinite Search, and he puts up some beautiful videos of his Cremagaster Scutularis. Yeah, if you ask him, he'll tell you how he does it as well. He's got the method though. What he told me is he goes on to like the manual camera mode and basically locks it all in place, the focus length on the manual camera mode in his phone, and away he goes. It's really good. I haven't mastered the technique yet, but I hope to eventually. This one is nearly done. 8 more screws, 4 in the top and 4 in the lid. It's all together. To be fair, I think my best bit of the Antcon, and I think it was like giving away the Tetramorin bicaranatum, to be honest. So I just love being able to give away those ants. They're just so easy to just give away. And then like they've brought me like so much joy. Like, I love those ants. Like best species about, and being able to give it to someone else is, yeah, it's nice that. And hopefully, like, so I think Liam, or Beta Liam, he won them in the raffle, and hopefully he gets as much joy out of them as I have. They've been a great ant. They're just so nice, the Tetramorin bicarinatums. They're so tame and docile, and they don't bite. They don't rush up your arm. If you unpop one of their tubes, like, maybe 3 will run out, and then you just blow it, and they're like, oh, actually, like, back away, there's some in here. And then they start running out, and things like that. It's the little bits that make the Tetramorin bicarinatum, like, good. And they've got the explosive growth of, like, almost Solenopsis level. I think if you did keep them at 27 Celsius, you'd be rivaling, like, a cooler kept Solenopsis colony. Without the stings, without the bites. Like, yeah. If you want a fast growing species, though, I'd say they're the one. The only issue, or the only like downside, I think, of the Tetramorin bicarinatum is their like massive amount of polygamy and inbreeding. So if they were to get out, you could have quite a problem if they got out in the wrong place. But I'm kind of lucky because I've got like no heating where I live, so in winter, if I wanted to, I could just let the whole place freeze. And yeah, it doesn't freeze, but it does get down to temperatures where most like exotic ants, that's night for them. So if they ever got out, it's a bit safer. Although I'm guessing, like, oh no, you don't really want to heat your house up to 40 degrees. I guess that's going to cost you a fortune. You probably bake them out of your house, but they probably just run out the wall as well into your neighbour's house. But at least they're not in your house. That's the only downside of the Tetramorin bicarinatum there. They're a good tramp ant. But at the same time, they're going to probably end up in most places in the world before too long, because the climate's all over the place. And yeah, if the natives are getting stressed out by the climate and let them establish, then I'm not saying it's meant to be, but it's kind of, the world is changing. And if you don't want the world to change, then I guess you just gotta go live in the woods and or get the old green power. Yeah, go annoy your MP. Ooh, just missed the comment. I'll pop it up quick. Oh, you're lucky, Sydney. Although I'm guessing most of your ants like can take it over there. It's like, oh yeah, lovely 40-degree day in Australia. Like this is just perfect for us. Look. So I do believe after a certain point, it's about, what is it, maybe 33 degrees or something. The amount of oxygen that a liquid can kind of absorb gets like compromised, if you get what I mean. So I'm guessing there is a ceiling, even if like you're a Saharan desert ant, because you do need. They have their. It's not hemolymph. Is it tracheal fluid inside of their like respiratory system? They got their tracheal fluid, which basically soaks up the oxygen that they've got in their tubes, kind of thing, and like passes it on to all the cells as they absorb it. So if you do compromise its ability to transfer the oxygen by getting it too warm, then you're gonna have problems. But yeah, to be fair, I need to I'll do some more research there, like, figure it all out. But I do believe after a certain temperature, it drops. It's why in Canada they had a massive heat wave. Was it last year or the year before? And the fish stocks are just gone because the water just stops absorbing the oxygen, and I think billions of fish just died because there's just no air anymore left in the water. And if that doesn't terrify you, then nothing will. Green power. Yes. Now this one is complete, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Let's have a look at these. See if we can spot anything. It's like you got the Kai Spittum queen. I'm not sure if she's the bigger queen, and then just underneath her there, that small dot is the Stronganaphis queen, and she's really small. She is. There she is now. She's up here. If you can see, but how far we can get him in. Focus. I can't really. Oh yeah, there we are. Yeah, the smaller queen, just on the cotton. You can't really see it as that focus, but that's the Stronganaphis. She's small. Hopefully, she does all right. And like worst case scenario, hopefully both queens do all right. But, oh yeah, see you soon, Crow. What, 60 degrees from an ant. That's impressive, that. I guess it's for like brief periods. I guess you can't really sustain it. Although I don't think any animal on the planet, bar little like filter feeders on a volcanic vent at the bottom of the sea, can deal with 60 degrees. And then the millions of microbes as well that live like 4 kilometers down in the rock and just eat the rock. Like, it's quite cool that when they do their like really deep drill samples, and it's like, hey, up, there's life down here. How did he get here? And it's been separate from like the top or the surface of the planet for a long time. And there's just these really slow microbes just ticking over, eating the rock and I guess the sulfur and stuff like that. Got the right way up. So there's the Kai spit, and there's 2 Saturns done. Oh, I've done that thing last time. I was like, make sure you do this, and because I'm an idiot, what have I forgot to do? Plugs. Before they run off. Yeah, plugs. Don't forget the plugs. Although if you're doing it on a nice empty table, which I'd recommend, you'd probably notice the plugs and you'd be like, what are these for? And then you'd end up putting them in. Get in there, little plug. Get in there. Don't want to go in this one. I like these plugs. They're I'm guessing he's using a slightly flexible PLA. To be honest, the TPU, which is it's like your rubber you can 3D print, is a pain. That clogs your nozzles and strings like crazy most of the time. So fiddle. There we go. No, lovely. There's two Saturns, a medium Saturns down. And yeah, just block over the polyracks onto the big one. Do I do the big one now? So if there's anyone left in chat, like what do I make next? I got small Outworlds to make, or I've got the S5 massive Outworld. To be fair, I might get the S5 out of the way, like. My God, he's got a lot of bolts. I'm gonna go find me drill and cheat. So, hi, yes, Sydney. Yeah, I think just gonna grab my drill. Luckily, my drill is really flat, so I can't really like chuck out the torque and crack the acrylic. So. Screws a drill. I think I'll probably waste more time finding the drill than I'll save with the drill. So we'll get the S5 out and start. Good size though, like compared to the medium Saturns, like yeah. And this is like one of the side panels. I am looking forward to this because the Bicar and Atom, they've got two S4 Outworlds at the minute. Well, one's a Saturn, a large Saturn, and one's an S4 Outworld, but they're the same size. About 20 by 20 centimeters. And they've just packed it. I can't really clean it anymore because it's too packed. Hence I got them a lot of new nests. Or Outworlds anyway. Let's get this acrylic off. That must be like the afternoon for you, Ants of Sydney, I'm guessing. Yeah, your clock's upside down over there, isn't it? Like, when it's day, it's night, like here and here. Oh. So I'm starting to think maybe Wakushi is using like different plastic. I've been here before, and yeah, it's like taking me ages to get the protective layer off the perspex, but it's being nice today. Really nice. Massive. So I bought like so much Antcon, to be honest, of like nest bits and bobs. Worth every penny. Like. And they're also like really good prices at Antcon as well, so it's like while they're really good prices, I just get really lots of them. I think the S5 Outworld was I think it might have been 45 quid. This one is normally it's like a bit more, but yeah, it was at least 30% off, I think, which was great. Hopefully this will last me to next Antcon. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of Ant's Rambling's pictures as well. Because at Antcon, he was taking the pictures. He's got some beauties. There's like all us little ant keepers all together. If anyone ever gets a chance, I think there's the ant exhibition, in Bristol in August. It's great meeting up with ant people. Like, I don't know, everybody seemed to get along at Antcon, and people that keep ants, I guess, we're all a little bit strange. Like, yeah. Well, not strange, just different. Yeah. Well, yeah, when you get a load of people that all like ants in the same place, like, yeah, it really kicks off. And we don't just talk about ants, like, as well. That was like one of the nice bits. Like, it could have been a load of ant people all together just talking about ants, but we're all people as well, so it's like, yeah, let's talk about everything. Like, and everyone was from all over the place. Like, I don't think like there was no two like clones, if you get what I mean. No two people are the same. Well, ant people anyway. Like. Come on, come on. You know, it was like really a bloody good laugh at Antcon. There's Antscapes. Like, Ryan, I can't tell you the whole story, but I think he got a bit tired on Friday night. Yeah, went to bed in a bit of a hurry on Friday night. Sorted. So we're ready to go. Cooking on gas. There. Start. We don't need the lid yet. I'm gonna take the acrylic off the lids in a bit. Oh, there goes me light. Timber. Come back here, little light. That's it. Sorted. As you can see, I think. So basically, it's kind of an S. It's about 20 centimeters wide, and then about 40, is it? Or maybe 50. Yeah, 40, 50 centimeters. Kind of long. You can't really see it because the acrylic is too crystal clear. I do love like a nice bit of fresh acrylic. It's spotless before the ants like get dust on it. But to be fair, some ants keep the glass clean. I think it's more the hydration, like that's what ruins all your glass. Lovely. Little bits for here. We don't have any pillars we do have pillars, but we don't have the same pillars. Last time we got the feeding pillars. One thing with these as well, so you might notice you got a rounded edge and a flat edge on the bottom, and it's so easy to put them upside down. So just like make sure you got the rounded edge on the top. So like this is upside down, but yeah, you want it that way with the rounded edge facing upwards. Otherwise, all your accessories are going to be upside down, and they'll likely work. Well, your water drinker is not going to work if it's upside down, but a lot of the other bits would still work, to be fair. The feeding tray would be functional. It wouldn't be optimal, but it would be functional. It screws. Let me move these poor flaps before I stress them out. Come on, my dears, back you get. I think I've got a spare big Venus. No, the Fuscas are in it. One of the great things about Antcon as well was it's got some really nice colonies up there. There was a massive, I think it was the Mesa Araventris or whatever it's called, Araventris. Massive messes they are. Beautiful. The giant harvester ants, I think, is their standard name. But they were beautiful. And the massive Campanotus, is it? Yeah, Campanotus singularis. The huge, like, whopping great thing. They had a colony of them. Just love them. So I'm going to leave that panel for a minute because he needs special bits. Do this one. That should work. Oh, he's a big one, this one. He's a big one. Start here. It's the best place to start, I think. Substantially more little screws than the thingies. Wow, 2.5 centimeter Campanotus. That's good. That is. Oh, you definitely should have gone to Antcon, Wacky. Like next year, like, yeah, do it. 100% worth it. Like everything, like, was spot on. It was an ant keeper's dream, to be honest. Like, you're surrounded by ants. There was at least 3 colonies of leaf cutters there, I think. To, like, look at. It's better than going to the zoo and, like, I don't know, personally, if you go to a zoo and they've got a leaf cutter kind of exhibit or whatever they call them, like, that's good, that is. Like, that's a good zoo if they got leaf cutter ants. But when you turn up and they've got like 3 colonies of them, it's like, yeah, that's really good, that is. That's better than any zoo. Well, I guess it is a zoo nearly, but yeah. Yeah, it would be nice though. Like, somewhere in the world, there's got to be an ant zoo. Probably in, I don't know, I'd say America might have one, but yeah, an ant zoo, I'd go to that. And you wouldn't need much space. Like, you could have kind of a small area with hundreds of species. So I'm just watching a little foal run around in the field. It's like the cutest little foal. Side. It's nice to see. It's got a lot of little of these little corner joints that like sit in between the main struts. They just stop it warping. Because the last thing you want is the bottom of your Outworld just sagging. They want to run off. So I'm just looking at that foal again. So I'd show you, but I know it's not going to come up on the camera because the window is just terrible. Ah, hey, Ants Mamica. I got the Flavis over here. I might put her in me limited edition Antcon a Venus, I think. Yeah, limited edition. It must have taken Sid ages to make all the meds as well. Like, it must have been 40, yeah, maybe 40 gold tickets at least. I think a lot of people just went gold. So yeah, he must have had to make quite a lot of medium Saturns and the Venuses. Yeah, I do appreciate all the hard work if you're hearing. And look at this. Look at that for messed up. These ones, oh yeah, they're all on the right side. This one, no. Let's put them in the right place. And this, it's like, got this off Pumpkin, and I love it. Like, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. Yeah. So I'm well happy with that that little picture of an ant. Where it's me logo, like, yeah, it's beautiful. Pumpkin made it. And it's, yeah, it's just like, it's great. And the detail is amazing. Like, she's put every little detail in. Ryan's pinging me some numbers that I need. I don't know if you're listening in, Ryan. Might be, like, there's a remote chance. But yeah, I'll sort that out in a bit. Oh, come here, little corner. Yeah, this S4 is another kettle of fish. Or S5. It's big. I'm not sure what technique I'll use. Like, I've never built one this big before. And I'm not sure my method of like just make 2 right angles is gonna be the best option. That one up. Yeah, I love that. That gets like best position there. It's like just so detailed as well. Like it's perfect. And I think she's done it all by hand. Like it's all painted by hand. The lot. It's amazing. We need more, more corners on here. Yeah, this is my first time building a anything bigger than like a large Saturn nest. So but hopefully it goes alright. I'm quite looking forward to plugging it in and just yeah. Because at the minute the back end of the Tetramorium nest is quite far from the Outworld and it's affecting them, if you get what I mean. It means that they're mostly like, no, we don't want to put like much brood here at the minute because we have to walk further to feed it. So they've like fully packed out the modular areas of the nest. But of course they are fully packed out now. They're at capacity. So they kind of need to move. In a minute, I'll stick the kettle on and we'll have a little tour of the other ants. Yeah. I definitely need some coffee. Ah, the Flamus. Yeah. I'll get mine in a sec. So yeah, I've been telling everyone about him, Hans Murmica. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to like looking after him. And thanks for looking after him so well to begin with. Like, it's like honor to have him. Oh, there's one of the mares at work. She like I think she might have had it yesterday, the baby, but you can tell like she's had a baby now. She's feeling lighter on her feet, and she's running around now like oh yes. And basically took a turd that weighed about 40 kilos. Have you got the a lot of video from the Antcon as well, Ants Murmica? Because like I saw you filming quite a bit of it, and it's like yeah, and a lot of people it's like, was anyone filming this bit that happened? And it was like, you were. Hmm. Yeah, if you make a video or something, like can't wait. And if you do, I'd definitely watch it. Oh, great, yeah. I can't wait to see like all the clips you got, to be honest. Same with Ants Rambling's pictures, like seeing all the little moments and yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Let's do this one quick. This one needs a little bit more attention than the other one. Where's the piece that I'm missing? Where have I put him? That's a special bit. It does bang. Just gotta get the little pipe connector. This one's got the proper light connection for it for the tubes. I do like these like new like 13mm system Wakushi's bought out. It's tidy. Very tidy. Get one bolt in to start with. Oh, missed that comment. Come back. So they freeze for a bit, McCall. Yeah. Broken. You broke it. It might be me internet, to be fair. What's my battery like? I ain't got a clue. It's refusing to show me. Hopefully it's not flat. Well, it's obviously not flat yet because it's still going, I think. Yeah. It's probably that annoying Samsung thing, like, you've got an update ready to install, and it's like, I know you've told me about 50 times. And I will install it when I'm not doing something. And if I wasn't doing something right now, I'd be installing it. Oh, what colonies did I get? I got some Strongonaphis testiculus. Pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Which is a parasitic queen of Tetramorium chispitum. I got some Polyrhacus dives. I got the Atta mexicana, which are there. Oh, they're the boys. They are. And what else did I get? Got the Flavus and the Cremagastus scutularis as my mystery species. I really like the mystery species idea though. That's gonna be a thing long after Antcon has finished. Is everybody talking about their mystery species? We can all team up and help each other. Maybe make like the most complete guide that has ever been made by just getting everybody's, like, I don't know, care tips, if you get what I mean. You mush them all together, you'll get one guide to rule them all. One guide to find them. One guide to in the darkness. Bring in about 50 tubes of ants. It's like I'm gonna need to put a kettle on in it. I need some like elevator music or something while the kettle was boiling. You got the auction as well on video, Ants Murmucker, because well, I didn't get to see that because I was the wrong side of the screen, I guess. But yeah, so I had fun doing it, but I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And I think as like an auctioneer, you're meant to remember things like the price and things like that. Oh yeah, Kai, we had our platinum ticket. Is there going to be a platinum one next year? That'd be not a bad shout. Even more freebies. Got a t-shirt and everything they thank on, along with the like swag bag or whatever it is. It had a funky name everyone was calling it. I think it was swag bag. You got a t-shirt as well. And that was nice, like, because you could turn up and stick your t-shirt on, go out, and it was like, oh, here's someone else from Antcon. So it was like, oh, I'm not too lost. Like now, I can find other people. Like, job's good. That was a great addition, though, the t-shirt. Not that it was too hard to find anyone, though, to be honest. Like, we all seem to end up in the same place. Yeah. Like, minimal rounding up people, if you get what I mean. Yeah. I'm getting there with this one. This one's going to take some time now. So I'm going to put a kettle on quick. Because I'm hanging. I am a bit hanging, like, from Antcon. More just tired, if you get what I mean. But I'm not tired as in, like, I need to sleep. Just tired, like. And like, I couldn't be asked to run anywhere right now. Not at all. Get the kettle on. Sometimes the kettle's quiet, so that might get lucky. Fill her up. As well at Antcon, there was like the raffle, and yeah, there was one of them. You could win leaf cutters. And I thought that was awesome. I got 2 tickets and didn't win, but still, the opportunity to win like an atta colony for, it was, I think, £5 a ticket. It's like, it's a lot for a raffle, but it's not a lot. But that's a reasonable amount. Mm. So yeah, and then yeah, someone won an atta colony basically. I'm not sure how many tickets they had, but they could have won an atta colony, and it would have only cost them £5. Like that's a good addition. So there's a really lucky like chap out there somewhere who won the atta colony. I think that's like, whoa, lucky. What I'm gonna do instead of doing corners with this one, I'm gonna stick all the like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 along the bottom and 3 along the top of little corner joints. So I'm just gonna stick them in. I think there's quite a few of them. Oh, come back here. Quite like big this one. It's a bit hard to keep it in front of the old camera. Oh, what was being auctioned? Oh no, the auction as well. Like Ryan from Antscapes was there, and he did scape offs. So basically, like you'd put your name in the drawer, and then he'd like draw your name if you're lucky. And I got really lucky and got to be part of that, which was like, well, that was good. That like because I've been selling him for ages. Oh, I can't wait for this bit. And I'm really looking forward to this bit. And it was like completely random, and then yeah, won that raffle, I guess, and got to be in the Antscape. And we got given all the ingredients like to make an Outworld. So, and yeah, that's what we all did. A little kind of mostly bioactive. It'll be bioactive once it gets ticking over, kind of setup. And so like 4 people in it, all made different setups. And yeah, and I think the lad that won, he had this really nice. His name's Ants22 on Discord. He had a really nice little pond and everything in his little setup. A pond and like a tree stump looking area. And he like deserved to win totally. And then there were the other 3 of us, which they were all good. Like they were all unique and beautiful, but we didn't get to keep them. The only person that got to keep their setup was the winner, and the rest got auctioned off for like conservation charities, I think. And yeah, we didn't have an auctioneer, and all I did was go £1 or something, and then I got picked to be the auctioneer, and then I just went off on one, I guess. So I don't think I'm a natural born auctioneer, but well, the things got sold. One of them sold for 60 quid as well. I think it's like got about £100 for the conservation, I think. That was like quite nice. Yeah. Yeah, you should have been there, Kai. Yeah, atters for £5. And then as well as like you could have won the atters for £5, but normally you're talking like over £150 for a colony of atters. But yeah, during Antcon it was £129 for a colony of atters, which I thought was amazing. I was so tempted. If I didn't already have some, I'd have like got them. Oh yeah, I've got a pod. Yeah, I've got them a little pod. I've had the pod now for about maybe 2 months because I saw Rich had them in stock, the Atta Mexicana, a few months ago, and I was like, I don't want to miss out here. And there was no better opportunity to get them home safe than like going up to Antcon and collecting them there and driving them back myself. So it was like, I'll be patient. I'll wait like a couple months for them kind of thing and bring them back all safe. So I bought all the pod and been getting ready for about like 2 months now. And yeah, finally they're here now and they're in their pod already. It's like, grow, little ones, grow. Oh yeah, the Atters came with a pod. There was 4 raffles. There was one with me Tetramore and Biocarinatum as a prize, and they had like one of these nests, the like S3 medium gypsum, and I think it was an S2 Outworld. And yeah, someone won that. And then above them was a Camponotus colony, and I think it was a Saturn, like to go with them, because they all came with the like housing they'd require, which was a great addition. And yeah, I think it was £1 for the Camponotus raffle. Then there was the Polyrachus Dives one, which came with a Weaver Outworld. And yeah, that was amazing. I was really like, that's the one I kind of wanted to win because of course I wanted to win an atta colony for a few quid, but I really wanted to win the Polyrachus dives setup because yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping them. Even though I already had some, it's like more. Well, not had them. I'd already ordered some. I had a 2-queen, 25 worker colony like sitting out back for me. But I did want to win the Weaver setup. I really like the Weaver setups, to be honest. They're so like good to look at, especially with a good set of Weaver ants in because they're just good to look at. And they're normally shiny as well. The Polyrachus, like you do get some duller ones, but yeah, they're normally shiny ants. Just like stick it on them for a minute. So while I'm bored and doing up some screws, we'll have a peek. You're gonna have to move. How can I do this? Would they like that? Maybe. Jiggle some things. These ones need to jiggle. Oh, there it is. You fall over, little one. Move these girls. I'm really looking forward to putting them all these in the cupboard as well because like I made my cupboard and I measured it all and it's like perfectly fits. Like 2 large Saturns and 4 medium like Saturns, or maybe even 5 medium Saturns per shelf. So I was like, let's fill them up. Let's get the have a look at these, see if they're doing much. But I love the Weaver Outworld there because normally it's like I don't know, you just can't see too much, but with the Weaver Outworld you can you see everything. You got your full 360 view. Like, are they doing anything? I can't really spot any about. I'll leave it on that for a sec while I do have a few boring bolts. Like, I think I can't spot any out at the minute. I do believe though, like later on they're gonna be all over the place, mapping it out. And hopefully they start weaving. I might give them a few sticks, something like that, to just to start off on. But I should have got one of the weaver balls when I was there. But I don't think there was any up there. Not sure. Yeah, I might get one of them soon. So another good thing about seeing Antantic's colonies, he had one colony and they had like every single, most of the different nests you can get for a weaver, all the different balls they can found in. Oh, I saw some of the those funky named weavers. There were some of those there too, Sydney. I think the Ocafilla weavers or something. Apparently they're well hard to keep. Well, keep going anyway. I think if they're yellow though and quite big, like yeah, there were some of those proper rare ones. Well, they're rare here anyway. They might be like super common over there. That's the funny thing about ants. Like in one place, the ants are like common as muck, and in another place, it's this is a rare species worth a fortune. Like. Tetramorium bicarinatum definitely worth the pennies, I think. But yeah. So I might be selling some soon. Once they get me extra large Saturn. Oh yeah, I think the ones I must have seen were the yellow ones from Asia, yeah. Yeah, Tetramorium bicarinatum, yeah, they're pretty worth it. And they inbreed as well, so you can give them to all your mates. Anyone spotted it? I don't think any Polyrachus are out, to be honest. Well, I boiled the kettle as well, I didn't even notice. Anybody want to see any ants in particular? Quite quick. So I'm guessing that I might get the new stars of the show out. So I'll put these back in the warm so they can heat up a bit. What's the temperature in a minute? 22. Oh yeah, it's a bit chilly. So I think the Argentine ants, they're cool, but they're very small. Oh, Care Bear Diversa. They're cool, yeah. Yeah, I'll get them. Hopefully they're out. It's been neglected for the past couple of days while I've been at Antcon. I could show you. I've got some soil that I got in the background. Like these, these tubs just on the right. They're these are all the soil that I got for the new tank for the Care Bearers, which also has frogs now. I don't know if you can see any. So many springtails. It's well bioactive in there. It's great. I just turned the torch on. Might better put it on charge as well. The phone's swearing at me like I'm going flat. Oh, I like the Finnish. They're the polygamous. Well, no. I think they're all polygamous. Well, I know the Diversa are. Yeah, slightly smaller, but yeah, they're good little Care Bears. I love calling them Care Bears as well. Should just rename them, to be honest. Like Care Bears. Here we got Care Bears Diversa. Care Bears are Finnish. Yeah. There might be other spots though. But I ran out of protein there, so it might have eaten all their roach and be hiding underground. Prod. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, hollowed him out. Yeah, they've eaten all their roach. They either all come out, these girls, or like none of them are out. Ooh. Oh, I love aerodynamics. Stop banging the table. Yeah. So many springtails in there now as well. The predatory mites, they've like started breeding as well. Because I stuck a load of them in, and I think like should be alright with mites for the foreseeable future at least. But I do think the Caraberas, like they just love having mites. There's, it must be part of. I don't know. They just have it more than any other ant, and it's like, well, you haven't gone extinct yet, so you must be doing something with them because, or not with them, but they must be doing something not too negative. But they're always bloody covered in mites, the Care Bears. Like everybody's colony as well. I don't know anybody who has kept Care Bears yet without having some sort of like mite issue. I swear they're just born with mites though. But then at the same time, they might not be harmful mites. They may be like cleaning it or something. Maybe just knocking like the fungus like out the way or something, cleaning off their skin. Oh, free queen for £50. That's not bad at all, that. I'd love to have a polygamous Carabera colony. I am thinking. I think if you, well, it's tricky. I think if you've got to get the queens from like the right place, but you can add some more. But I'm gonna have to talk to like Rich and find out like how he gets this because yeah, you can add more queens if they're from the same region. But obviously you've got to have the same supplier, I guess, who's got them from the same place like twice or more. Yeah, I wouldn't mind adding more queens eventually. So I was hoping to have a 2-queen Carabera, but the original queen who just came alone, like I didn't get the other colony fast enough, so she died. Like, although I do think the Carabera queens as well, they do just enjoy dying. Like when there's polygamous, like yeah, some of them will just die. Yeah, Sydney. Yeah, they come back like they're like, oh yeah, I've gone out and I've had my action, and yeah, now I just like want to come home. I didn't have a good time. There's a beautiful Fuska colony as well at Antcon, like one of Rich's. It's quite mature as well, and there's not many mature Fuska colonies, to be fair. There seems to be something that kind of knocks them off, I guess, before they get too developed. I think it might be maybe a deficiency. I know a lot of ants, like the leafcutter ants, they can't produce their own arginine or something, so they need like supplemental arginine from their fungus. And I think maybe the Fuska have got, it might be some fungus, it could be anything really. And it wouldn't surprise me if they were farming like a certain type of fungus a little bit, or something like that. Or an antibiotic fungus, or maybe something goes wrong and they don't like it. I think with mine, I'm just going to give them probably a little bit of urea, to be fair. They're similar to Camponotus, and I know some Camponotus, like, with Camponotus, you can give them just sugar, and they can make babies with just sugar. They've just got to have a little bit of urea to feed the bacteria in their stomach that turns the sugar to proteins. But yeah, the bacteria that turn the sugar to protein, they require the urea, and not many people are really putting like urea in their tank. But I would like to make a few like supplements, kind of like sugar water with added urea, just for like the occasional, just topping up their levels. So I think a lot of people's Camponotus colonies, they get really big, and then suddenly they just collapse. Like they're gone. And I think that might be a urea like shortage, or like lack of urea. And yeah, once you get one ant with like the wrong bacteria in its stomach, because they're constantly sharing stomach contents, it's before you know it, everything's gone wrong basically. And yeah, they've got the wrong bacteria in their stomach, and they're no longer producing protein, and bam, the colony's dead. I do fancy remedying that eventually. Just need to do more research. So where are we with these two? I think the S5 is over halfway. Spinning back a bit. Oh, and I can put the but it's a bit dodgy. I've got a tower of Saturns, and then on top of it is the camera now. Hold steady. Centre of balance, please be balanced. Down a bit. Oh, that's not a bad view to be fair. One of these has to come off. But which one? That's the bottom. That's the Ranger. That one will go there. So this one has to go. Oh. This one in the wrong spot. Well, not the wrong spot, it's just already got one on the other piece. So, oh my god, there's a pigeon right outside my window, just like, not scratching his balls, but whatever pigeons do. Like. For a second I thought it was a rabbit. So really like, show you out the window, I'll do it at the end. Oh, knocking the plant. So if you like these plants as well, and the Care Bears thing, get them on Antscapes. I think I've got like 2 kind of boxes of cuttings so far, and yeah, they filled out 2 tanks, and as they grow you can just snip them and replant them, which is great. So you can really fill out a whole tank over time with a small amount of kind of beginner plants, just to start it all off. So I really like that about the plants, and the fact that they actually live. Because half the plants that I put in a tank, like a couple of weeks later, it's dead because it's not right or something. They're too fussy, and like it's not light enough, or it's too wet. Like, except me dandelion tree. But I thought it was a dandelion, and then it looked more like a thistle when it was getting really big. And then dandelions popped out the end, but small dandelions. So it's like a dandelion bush in the end, and I chopped that down there for the Care Bears. they needed the tank. And I thought I'll redo it all for them. Well, you can't really see much, and I'll show you in a bit, but it has a waterfall and a pond and everything in the tank now. But it has steamed up a bit because it's very nice and humid. Almost too humid as well, because I was looking at other setups of a Carabera and they don't seem as moist as I'm gonna keep mine. And I think the recommended humidity for them is about 60%, so I might have to dry it out a bit. Yeah, I'll show you the pond in a bit. There's got a pond with some aquatic frogs in, and yeah, they seem to be doing all right. Oh, thanks for popping in, Answer Sydney. It's great chatting with you. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, or maybe a nap. It was only about 5, wasn't it? Yeah, have a good day. I'll catch you soon. It's all ending. Oh, stay there, bitch. Stop putting bits on before they're done. So I've ended up doing 2 corners again. There's 1 corner. So I think the key with the big ones is stick the edge boys on first while it's in the single piece, and then make your corner, and then join it together. And that's what I'd do again anyway. If I had to do it again, which I will have to soon. Oh god. But I should be a master by then. Should have like fingers that are Allen keys and stuff. What you can do though is you get a pair of pliers and then get one of if you got a few of these Allen keys already, just snip them in half, and then you can fit the Allen key in the drill, and jobs are good. Or you could just get the actual bit for a drill. Although if you've got an additional screwdriver with a small Allen key, I think it's about 2 or 3 mil Allen key, size, you could use that. That'd be really good. I've got one somewhere, but I can't be able to find it. Yeah. I will find it soon because it will be quite useful. I don't think I can get this one too upside down and topsy-turvy. Now I think after we've done this, we'll attach some more bits onto the Tetramarin bike caravan. Yeah, we'll give them all the nests. We'll make it first on the table, and then we'll just plug it in. I'm well excited to expand their 3rd gen nest, and they can fit about 4 or 5 up there. Yeah. Oh, and there'll be escaping ants as well. Everybody loves watching escaping ants. Yeah, there'll be non-native queens going everywhere. So I shouldn't say that, to be honest. I'll be in court one day and they'll be like, did you or did you not say that you would be releasing non-native queens everywhere? And I'll be like, no, I didn't, sir. Sorry, Your Honour. And then they'll pull up this video and be like, yeah, you're lying. Get out, or you're going to jail or something. Although not that I think anyone's gone to jail yet we're not in England anyway, for releasing ants. But likely somewhere in the world. Even if it's kept on a hush-hush, because, I don't know, say you were to go to, American Midwest, where they got all their grain, and you release the right, animal into a massive food production area, you're going to have massive effects, and you're going to probably be called a terrorist. They love that word over there. Even though you're not really causing terror, you're more of a pain in the arse assist or something. Copyright patent. Oh, that reminds me of not eco-terrorism, and it's not really bloody terrorism, it's just maybe trying to save some planet for the children. So, it's really disruptive now, but so is what we're doing now to them in the future, so they can have that. big girl is nearly done. Yeah, what we'll do is get this finished, plug in new nests as well, and we'll plug this into the Tetramorum by Karen Adam and see how it goes. Oh, it's a big expansion. I can't wait. I've got, like, there'll be another Outworld. This site is to go right next to it. So I'll have two big Outworlds next to each other. All for the Tetramorum by Karen Adam. They'll actually have, like, room to clean them. Maybe even put a whole mackerel in or something. God, I wish you could feed ants mackerel. I don't think me Tetramorum by Karen Adam, they're not really fish fans, to be honest. You give them a goldfish and they're like, not really my cup of tea, mate. Whereas you give it to the Fidoles and they're like, God, I love fish. Like, where's the chips to go with it and the mushy peas? Come on, you. Somewhere I've got the tools to do what I'm doing right now. For so long, these food bowls, but apparently they're not food bowls. They're tools for doing stuff with the corner bits. It's like I want to turn this corner, and I think there's a way to do it with the tool. Just need to twist it round so it's all lined up nicely. Oh yeah, they fit. Yeah, they just hold on to your little the back end. That's the first time I've ever used it. It might be the last. That's cool. I just hold it. I guess if you've got like delicate fingers or maybe just like one hand, it'd probably be helpful to have one of them. But I'm not sure. I think the Allen keys, the bolts would be a bit hard if you had one arm. So I think one more in this corner. Then we can stick the lid on. Bam, bam, bam. Lovely. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. So if you look here, I've done it again. At least, like, with the Saturn, one of the good bits is when you mess it up because you're an idiot. Like, see here, we got five along this side, but only 3 along here because this is the bottom side and that's the top side. Oh, lights just turned off. Let me go grab my charger quick. Oh, it's the old girl. I want my one. Sound like it. Should be, yeah, we're back on charge. Lovely. Not going to lose everything in about 2 minutes. So yeah, I'm an idiot and I've put one side upside down. Which one is it? It's this side. This side is upside down because the entrance is down here. So I'll just flip this panel the other way up. What's nice is it's only 6 bolts to turn it all around, which is good. That's why I like doing the corners. They say if you do have to flip something round, you don't have to undo like a load of other bolts. Well, if you, to be fair, you'd notice. Like, you'd be like, I really messed it up by now, ages ago. And you probably wouldn't get that far of having to undo loads of bolts. But a nice straightforward like Outworld design, and it's like logical, so you can tell when you've messed it. Normally you find out near the end, so it's not like the end. You're still on the last little sprint to the finish, so it's like, a couple more minutes, not too bad. Just keep running. How many times have I put bits on wrong now? I think that's at least a second. Trying not to lose these little bolts. There's a lot of bolts left. I think they're for lids and bits, to be honest. That would be why there's so many. It has like 2 lids as well, and each lid has 6 bolts. So that would explain why there's quite a large pile of bolts left. Oh, not moved me fancy. Get that here. So yeah, get that while we're here. Yeah, thank you everybody for a great time at Antcon. It was the best. So, what Antcon stories can I tell? We'll all be sitting there next year, like round a table. Oh, the first Antcon. What Hood did was pushed over Sue and started sitting on her and grinding like. And didn't even remember. So we're nearly there now. Nearly there. Though nearly is. It's a big Outworld. It's a little while. But I think this Outworld has taken about the same time as the first medium Saturn, so not too bad. Could be worse. Good. Is anyone in chat? Have I missed any comments? I don't think we're all good in a minute. If you are about, give us a yeah minute. Any questions or anything? So close now, so close to being done. And then the massive connection time. I think I will make a video, maybe later as well, about it. Like I did film when I moved the leaf cutters into their pod. It went so smooth. I got to touch the fungus as well. Like I gave it a prod because I was like, it does actually, it looks more solid than it is, but like I tapped it and it just like, it's kind of really spongy. It'd be like having a cake with massive bubbles in or something like. It's like soft, but if you were to tap it just the tiniest bit too hard, it'd just crumble. Like I just put it in a little dish and like wiggled it over. Stayed all in one piece nicely. So I need to kind of look up like turning the fungus. I see a lot of people they turn the fungus. I don't know if it makes it grow faster or something like that. I think. Yeah, now I've got some. It's like, do I need to turn the fungus? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? I don't think you need to do the fungus, but I think it makes it grow maybe faster. But then at the same time, I don't really want them to grow that fast. So I want a good sized colony of atters, but I don't want like an uncontrolled kind of rabble of atters. But I'm hoping I'll limit their food intake and maybe limit the available space, and hopefully that'll keep their numbers reasonable. Or I get a frog and like, just let him eat a few. To be fair, that's what I'm doing with Care Bear Diversa. Like, the frogs are in there, so hopefully they can eat some, because I want to manage the population so they don't go out of control. But at the same time, you can't really feed them too much if you're managing them with food. You can't really. You get a lot of the action happens when you feed them, so you're missing out. Figure out how to control their population eventually. What have I done now? Oh, I've done. The bottom is on the wrong way. I'm getting good at this. Getting real good. Undoing. So the bigger Outworlds, it's easier to get it all wrong, I think. Well, not all wrong, just all in the wrong place. It's mostly probably because I'm not really concentrating too much. I'm not concentrating enough. That's why things are going in the wrong place. Like, yeah. If I actually opened my eyeballs and looked, I would have known that I put this bit on the wrong way, but I didn't. That's my bad, I guess. I'm the only person. Come on, you big boy. Hurry up. Hurry up. There we go. So as you see here, you got to get it on the right end because I'm confused now. I think I've put this one upside down as well. Yeah, I have. This end is upside down as well. Oh, jeez. This is where it all comes crumbling down. So this is only 6 bolts. That's alright. How wrong can you go? This is what you get though for not looking at everything before you start doing it and thinking you know it all. Although I guess it's alright when it's like an Outworld. It's like, wait, it's not a big deal. You just fix it. Just undo a few bolts and it's fixed. It's not a big deal. Is anyone in chat and they want to see the new Care Bearer setup? Like, give us a yell. Because I want to show it, to be honest. And yeah, if somebody wants to see it and I want to show it, then match made in heaven. And I can show off my new stickers that I put on the tank. Yeah, ant stickers. It's nearly off. Where's he? Oh, one more bolt. 2 more bolts. Stop speeding. Put it down a bit. I think one of my favourite bits too of Antcon, it's got to meet the colonialist. Yeah, Anson the colonialist was there, and I got to meet him, and that was like amazing. That because I'm a big fan of his. Like, and it's just not every day you get to well, I guess like meet your heroes almost. I think I don't know, when I first poked my head up on the internet and started like looking at the internet or a bit the ants on the internet that weren't just like one shop. I don't think the shop's there anymore because none of the products you can't get anymore. And I think it was a German shop I used to go to about like 10, 15 years ago. And there was nothing there. There was no variety. Like you couldn't keep like different ants or anything. Like it was just box standard ants. And yeah, I think then I managed to catch like one of the colonialists like YouTube one day. It popped up, and it wasn't Ants Canada because I can't stand any like just rubs me the wrong way. Whereas I loved his video, and then it was like he started mentioning other things, and it's like what's all these things he's talking about, and it's like Wakushi and stuff, and then it's like I got down that rabbit hole on the internet, and here I am now, like a year later with all sorts. Yeah, he kind of, I guess got me into exotics nearly. I messed with barbarous for a bit. Because in my head it was like harvesters, pain in the butt. Like they're not normal ants, so they're difficult. And I think I watched one of his videos and it's like, oh yeah, like so I've been playing with these annoying little natives that like, and I could get these that you just gotta give seeds. And it's like no way, it's just too much to handle. Well, I don't think I think I'd had some Mesobarbarus before, but they didn't do well. But this was before I'd watched Antcon the Colonialist's guide. After I'd watched his guide, like all the queens since then have done great. If you've got Mesa Barbarous, I definitely recommend going over to Antcon the Colonialist channel and checking out his Mesa guide, part 1 and 2 if you can find it. I think he's relisted them, or they're all up again. He took them down for a bit, but they're all back up. That video is the best guide for Mesa Barbarous on the internet. And I think his voice helps as well. It just makes you feel comfortable. It's like, it's not too scary now. No. So I feel safer. For Queen and country. So get this in the right way this time. Lovely. Yeah, we are on the home straight now. About 500 more bolts and we're good, but I can get a bolt done in about 10 seconds, so 2 minutes and this one will be done. Well, if something else pops up, I'll probably put the lid on like upside down or something. I think that was like last mess up, putting up the end on the wrong way up was the last one. Yeah, top tip, just look where all the holes are before you start, and then like some bits, sometimes you get away with putting things in upside down because all the holes are the like same spacing, but other times, no. And if I noticed there was one like tab on the top and one on the bottom, I would have realised a lot sooner that the bit was upside down. But I didn't look before I started. I just jumped straight in with my eyes closed. How wrong can it go? Quite wrong, actually. That's my third topsy-turvy piece it was, so yeah. We're nearly there now. Home straight. There's nothing like talking about home straight. Like on the drive back, it's like when you get within about 10 miles of your house, and it's like, yes, nearly there. For so many hours in the car. But the drive down was a lot better. But I always find the drive home is always better than the drive like to somewhere. Probably because you can just like floor it. On a drive there, it's like, oh, I don't know, I better get to know the road before I come flying back down it. And you normally end up going up at the bad times. It'll be like, oh, I've got to be here for this time, and then you'll hit a rush hour or something like that. Whereas on the way back, it's like, I don't really have to be back at this time. So I'll go when the traffic's good. If anyone's still kicking about, like, give us a shout. In a minute, we'll have the grand expansion, the biggest Tetramorium expansion to date, I think, in like one go anyway. DIY City was a big expansion, but that's like a two-parter, so. Last couple of pots. This is taking a bit longer than the 2 minutes I said it would. I might have even left the plastic on, but I can't remember. I think I took it off. Don't really matter too much for the bottom. I haven't. Oh, figure something out eventually. It's getting a bit warm in here now. It might be warm enough soon to bring some more branch. I'll put you back. Care bearers. Being quiet. Oh, there's one. I need to get him some pate in a bit. Because it's the only protein source I've got left in the house. Unless egg, I don't know. If anyone out there has ever fed like egg to an ant, I'd like to know, because it's full of protein and I can get loads of eggs. Like. And I've seen like certain species eating eggs, but I'm not sure if it's like broadly accepted. Ah. Oh, I love a myrmica. I imagine, yeah, I guess in like, yeah, you probably would get mobbed if you're in a boat by the myrmicas. And yes, egg yolk, lovely. Thanks, Croseed. I'll give that a try later. Sorry, got a couple of eggs, I am. Hard boiled. That makes it a lot easier and cleaner as well. Yes. Thank you, man. That will save me a lot of hassle. For today, anyway. Just got to hold them over till tomorrow, and then I'll go down and shop and get some more roaches. But they are hungry, and I think like, yeah, I'll get you some food, little girls. I mean, I imagine like you would get mobbed by a myrmica, like nuptial flight on a river because they love living on the riverbanks. Mm. Oh, they make a mess. I'll stick it in one of my weird little food bowls that hopefully it'll hold it in. Ooh, I still got quite a few of those. I didn't give out enough of those. The print quality wasn't very good. It's embarrassing print quality. Yeah. I'm quite excited. Like, I'll get the old boiled eggs on the go in a bit. Yeah. Put about 3 on. I think I'll have 2 in a sandwich with a bit of salad cream and something, and give 1 to the ants. Maybe 2. It depends how much, like how far it goes. But no, an egg yolk, he's quite big. He should have enough mass for all my colonies. And I never feed the Fidole pallidulas either, because they're alright. Although they had a fish. Before I left for Antcon, one of the fish died in the tank, so it's like, here, have a fish like that'll hold you over for a few days. It was gone within a couple hours. Yeah, they're on a diet. So to be fair, most of me ants are going on a diet because it's. I guess I've put myself in that rut of like, once you get a certain amount of ants, you have no choice but to start putting them on diets, I guess, if you want any more, because otherwise they're gonna completely fill every space like you give them. So, yeah. The only ones I have that aren't on a diet are the Tetramorium bicarinatum, and they will be on a diet like dead soon. Just the right way. Yes. Quite good though keeping your ants on a diet. This like Outworld is going to be so much easier to clean. I can already tell. Yeah, right over here. Yeah. This is in. There's the lid bolts. Each lid has 6 bolts. We've got 12 more bolts there. He's got not too many here. I think 8, 9 more. Yeah, 10. And it's done. Hey again, Ants Myrmica. Something else here. What have I done wrong? Or maybe I haven't. Yeah. I think I'll leave these bolts for now. We're gonna have to do some fiddling. Again. One more, I think, on the side I'll do. Nearly there. So getting that bolt. So close to getting in. That is getting. I'm just being a spanner. We're pretty much done now. Sort of lid screws. And my message sit in a minute. Oh, lovely. You barely see the acrylic, it's so clear. Oh. To be fair, I might have a little bit of a coffee break and then come back afterwards. Where's your lid gone as well? Where have I put it? Put this lid on. Yeah, I think in a minute I'll have a little coffee break and a quick bit to eat, and then I'll like pause the stream, then I'll stop it, and then I'll start a new stream, and we'll plug all these bits into the Tetramorium by Karen Adam. I love saying that. Tetramorium by Karen Adam. That's his other name, the guinea ant. Yeah, so we'll plug all that into the big nest. Watch all the ants run everywhere. Woo-hoo! And we'll add the soil to the Care Bears as well, because the other two Outworlds can wait till later, because I've had enough. I'm starving. And I really want to start playing with the natural setup. I'm so looking forward to the natural setup. I think with the addition of like Lego is the best. Lego makes any shape. It's like water Lego. If you want it to like be a cup, you just put it in a cup or something, and you have a cup of like a cup shape of water. Yeah, it's like I don't know, some kung fu boy, Jet Li or something. He's like, yeah, be like the water. You put water in a cup, it becomes to a cup. Put water in like a square, it becomes a square. You put water in a circle, it becomes a circle. And yeah, Lego is the same. Put it in a cup, you get cup shaped Lego. Yeah. Get this lid done and then I'll have a break. Let the phone charge a bit as well, to be fair. It's not going to be too happy if I keep on pushing it. I think it's only about 5% battery. I was doing good. I charged it last night. It did me the whole GPS on the way home. Last bit. So close, so close. So close, so close. So yeah, I'll catch you later, crow's feet. Or crow's seed, sorry. I'll be having a break in a second as well, and then I'll be back later for the better stream. To be fair, I'll be the action when the ants are running off. But yeah, I'll catch you later, mate. See you in a bit. It's so close now, so close. There we go. A little bit of plastic that was stuck in the hole, pinned out. Really? Oh, 3 more bolts and I can have a break. We're nearly there now. 2 more bolts. So I do something really bad and it's like 20 more bolts again. Damn. And then I must message this is the last screw, and then after this one's done, I'm gonna I end the stream, and then we'll start a new one later when I plug in the other ones. Probably in a half hour maybe. Yeah, it won't be too long because I can't wait forever. I really need a wee now as well. Now that I'm like, this is the end, it's like, oh, to have a wee. Yeah, nearly there. Done. Lovely. I'll be back in a bit. Before I finish, I'll. There it is. That is the large size Outworld. What have we done here? There it is. Yeah, very happy with that bad boy. Good size on him. Good size. It's a Gem 3 Med for scale. It's a good size. There's a Venus for scale. You're wondering. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good size Outworld that. Now I hope you enjoyed if you're still out there. And if you're listening back to this, like, get on and I'll catch you in a bit. I'm back with another stream in a little while. Thanks for watching. Bye.